percentages of probability, right?
Yeah.
The probability of that going in. So this season we have 4 players that have 4 attackers, really, including our midfield, that increase the chance more than 100% of the value of XG. So
Wow.
so if it's a 1 XG shot and the post shot is 1 XG, that's 100%. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So anything above that is adding value. So currently we have Mac, who's 121%. So he's adding 21% of value to his shots.
Nice.
Which makes sense. It kind of makes sense. He scored a couple of headers, which is always going to do it, by the way. A couple of brilliant headers as well, to be fair. But he's a low volume shooter, so he doesn't get a lot of shots that are blocked. So if you get 10.1 shots in a game and they're all blocked, they lead to 0 post shot XG. So you're already 1 down. If that makes sense. So that adds into this as well. So we have a couple of lads that shoot a lot, like Zobo, who get blocked a lot, and Diaz shoots quite a lot and gets blocked a lot. Mo's much less than the others that get in the shot blocked from the attackers. Anyway, so if we run through our attackers, right, we've got let's start with Diogo, who started the season as the 9. He is losing 31%. No, 41%. So he's at 15. He's converting 59% of his XG into post-shot XG. Not into goals, just into post-shot XG. So he's reducing the quality of the thing the keeper has to face by 41%. So if most of that is by missing. So that's what happens. If you get a 0.3 shot, which is a big chance. So a big chance, you hear the big chance phrase all the time. And that's actually subjectively attributed by Opta dudes. But I collate any chance above 0.28 because we looked statistically. There's an 85% chance of the most of the goals are over 28% chance of going in. If that makes sense. So I created this threshold. We call it a high quality chance. Anything above 0.28 in Understat or on FBref, that they are the high quality chances, right? So when I talk about big chances and how many we scored, how many we created, how many we missed, that's what I mean. I don't care about what Opta say when there was a header from outside the box that they decide is that's garbage, right? So we're just using statistical values here. So he's reducing the quality of the shot faced by the keeper by a big chance every shot, which is mental, right? So that's 0.59. His career is a 0.78. So he always reduces chances because he misses quite a lot, but his big chance conversion is better. But for this season, he's at 0.59. We have Darwin is second worst at 69%. So he's reducing 31%. So we've got Jota, who's 41% down.
Yeah.
Darwin, who's 31% down. We have Diaz, who at one point early in the season, not even quite early, up until January, he was at 114% for the season, which is the most he's ever had. So he was increasing the value. He was getting quite a lot of shots. He was getting shots close to the box and scoring really nicely, but he's down at 87%. So he's losing 13% value. Then we have Cody, who's at 93%. So he's only losing 7% value.
Okay.
So I think that within 10% is okay. You're going to take that from second forward. Mohamed Salah is at 119. So he's increasing 19.87%. So 20%. He's adding 20% shot quality to his chances this season. No wonder he scores lots of goals. He's making it 20% harder for a keeper to save by it being his shot. He's making it twice as hard. If we look at 69% from Darwin, he's making it twice as hard to save his shots than Darwin is.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
And last season, if you remember, Mo dropped his to fit Darwin in. So we altered the system a little bit.
Yeah.
Mo went further wide, so Darwin got more shots. Darwin's shot volume was like 5.4, which is that's Mo at his peak. That's not now. Mo's like 3.8. So Mo dropped a shot and a half per game, so we can add Darwin's 2.5 extra shots per game. But that's statistically irrational.
Yeah.
Who do you want more shooting more if you're getting 60% greater value from one shot than from the other? This is not to compare those two. It's just to contextualize what our forwards offer from a shooting perspective. This is non-penalty, by the way.
Yeah, and that I was going to ask if it's non-penalty as well. The fact it is non-penalty, and even as you said, that the fact that Jota reduced them by 41, Nunes 31, and Mo's increased them by around 20. Just the stark difference, if you were looking, people, for the quality, if you want to call it that, of their shooting, it is just staggering. And this is the next bit I wanted to ask you about, Si, because Bart talks about this quite often on Stat Me Up, shot volumes. And he usually, when we're looking at targets, will say sometimes around 3 is a good number. Where do these forwards stand around shot volumes this season?
So what they, it was an Ian Graham thing, I think, that he talked about, like high shot volumes matter.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it wasn't just from the early like data, because we had such bad data at the time, right? That it was bad is not the right word. Basic data at the time. So we were just at the time trying to create some correlation between success and try and what aligns with good or bad, and that we can see that if a player shoots and scores with 23% of his shots, a player that shoots 4 times a game is going to score more goals than if a player is scoring 23% of his shots and only shoots twice a game. I think that's probably where it originally came from. I'm not sure it's a great judgment of a player's ability these days. Anyway, let's look at where we're standing this season on shot volume. And we have Mo is obviously has the most shots, because the other most important thing about these lads is the most available. Though Diaz is very available. But either way, per 90, Mo is shooting at 3.57. So 3.5, that's a standard Mo Salah season of the new variety below when we have a Darwin. That Diogo is shooting 3.7 shots per game. He's got the most. He's got the most shots per game, and Darwin's shot volume has dropped down to 2.9. Wow. So he is shooting badly and shooting less, which is probably a good thing. But you want your striker to be shooting over 3.5 times a game.
Yeah.
And the more stuff is typically going to happen if you have those. And weirdly, Diaz is 2.6. Diaz is 2.4. Gakpo's 2.6. But I would have those both as wide forwards who would typically shoot less anyway. They do tend to shoot less, and I would always offset the wide forward shooting less as long as they had incisive passing, or they were involved in the creativity of chances, which I am not entirely sure they are that great at. So far this season we have the XT, which I don't know if Bart's explained what expected threat was. I imagine he probably did. But if we look at so I don't go per 90. I like to normalize as per 100 touches, because they have a different volume of those, and some of those have a different role in the team. Like Mane always used to get 20 touches more than Mo, because Mane was involved earlier in the phase, and Bobby used to get more. But if you normalize 4 touches, so per 100 touches, we have Darwin is getting 0.1 XT, which is really low. and 0.1 XT would be the worst in the team. No,
Right.
it will be third behind Ibu and Virgil.
Jeez.
So you don't want your attacker to have lower XT, your main striker to have lower XT than your two centre-backs. The Diogo's is 0.24, which is all right. That will be top 50 in the league for attackers. Diaz is 0.32, which is very nice. Gakpo's is 0.39, which is
nice.
So we're getting like top 25 in the league here per 100 touches, and Mo's is 0.57. So Mo is always in everything at least one standard deviation away from the others.
Jeez. Just, the numbers. And if you're doubting these people, these are factual. We are analysing every stat. It is always everybody but Mo Salah. The man just exists on a different plane to everyone else. And